What's going on, guys? That just sound like I'm Val Venus from old school wrestling. Hello, ladies. Like, imagine me with the towel and it. I digress. Y'all know about old school wrestling. We about to check out Fresh and Fit. Apparently they setting some chick straight. That's a usual thing on that podcast. Girls be wilding on there. Let's check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video as well. And go and check out the original video on Fresh and Fit's channel, man. Let's check this out.
Just for all the ladies here that think there's a double standard, can you name one double standard that benefits men that women also don't enjoy besides the ability to have sex without consequence?
How about you answer it?
Ooh, since you were talking about it the most, actually.
Yeah, like for example, I was saying the job. I believe that there is this idea in society, even though they say if you want it done, get a woman to do it. No, I believe that this whole idea of women are emotional, women, work off hormones. Automatically, most people don't even give you the opportunity to try to do the job. They're just going to say, man, woman. Let me give it to a man.
Like what type of job?
Any type of job. Any type of job. Correctional officer. I mean, we're talking more career. Things that are not based on your look.
Well, since you mentioned law enforcement, that used to be something I used to do. Are you aware of the fact that there's hiring protocols that favor women where it's female-only announcements?
By law.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like
Why they have to make that law, though?
Yeah, but affirmative action, who does it benefit?
Yeah, but I believe that the benefits or the claimed benefits that we get, first of all, there's a quota on it. Every woman is not just going to get passed along.
She said claimed benefit. It's not claimed. It's real. There's actual benefits.
Just because she's a woman. It's actually the opposite. I believe that most women are going to get turned away because they're women. And I feel like the mediocre, the little superficial things that are considered benefits, like, oh, you're a woman, you don't have to pay for your lunch, is nothing compared to the benefits that the men...
How about the fact that if you complain about being harassed at your job sexually, it's taken serious. But when a man complains, no one cares. In fact, he gets fired. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Because it happened to me. And then when I called a lawyer, he told me, no one would believe you. Imagine that. Imagine getting harassed. And then you try to handle it the proper way, right? Because you felt uncomfortable because it was sexual. And you're told, suck it up, you're a man. But also, you're going to do these like 500 hours of training. You're going to train on how to recognize it so you can know what it is. But then when you report it for yourself, we don't care because you're a man.
Get that lead.
That's a crazy
behind the scenes. It leads to power. It leads to wealth building. It leads to all these other things that I believe women don't even realize we don't have access to.
No, the reality is you do have access to them. It's just that a lot of women choose to not have access to them because a lot of the time they're lazy. They want to go ahead and get free handouts and be treated like a lady and get all these benefits of chivalry, which inevitably puts you in a position where men give you things for free. Now, if a woman wants to work and get into law enforcement, get in these professions you're talking about that they would not get, they actually would. Because if you want to go ahead and be an FBI agent right now, there's a female-only announcement for you. There's a DEI hire announcement for Secret Service agents for women. So in law enforcement, women actually have a higher likelihood of getting these jobs. And any type of law, any type of career field.
Yo, y'all crazy. Somebody said, I'm not even going to read that out of full. I would take it as a compliment. They said, do I get sued for it because of my voice? Because you trying to say I got like a sensual voice? I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Yes. No, nobody's ever sued me for my voice. Hopefully they could just enjoy.
That favors men.
Imagine that.
They favor the women to come in to make it
Your
more.
voice is too soothing. No. Nah, call the police. Too soothing. Imagine like people fall asleep listening to my J like, charge him. I fell asleep.
First. So I don't think this whole double standard thing that women always cry about, double standards inherently benefit women. That's why we have to create another standard for you guys, because you guys things. Let's be honest. The military, law enforcement, etc. Why are there two different standards? Why isn't there just one?
But like I said, I believe that's a distraction.
But the fact that that even exists proves my point that the double standards inherently benefit women. They don't benefit men.
But those double standards are set on the fact that one, women are not going to want to fight in the army. There's just the physical limitations that women have. Like I believe that there are women that say, oh, I want to grow old and go to the army, or I want to be a correctional officer. But
no, you keep the requirements the same. Yeah. I've trained in the gym with women that were highly trained and high level martial artists that could do every workout on that requirement, my nigga. There was no need to drop it. If you can't do the requirements to get into the military, then you shouldn't be getting into the military. That's just crazy. We're going to have weak ass soldiers because you want to drop the requirements based off of gender. That's stupid. Keep it the same, bro. I need some super soldiers out here, nigga. Captain America level. Male or female. And if the woman can't get to that level, then she don't need to be in that field, my nigga. Nigga, how's she gonna keep us safe? That's crazy. You can't do a chin up and you about to go and protect the USA. That's crazy. I don't know how that's gonna work. You can't do a push up or chin up and you about to protect us? Okay.
Typically, women don't want to be in physical jobs, even if you're looking at an industry like trucking, if you're looking at an industry like nursing, always the women are always going to hold the bottom roles.
And why is that?
And the higher roles, because
You said somebody did a voodoo spell to see my face? Yes, that people have tried to do voodoo spells on me on YouTube for sure. Right. I remember, what was that? I ain't even going to try to remember the person's name, but it was a crazy person that was like trying to do something with my eyes. It was weird. It was, I try not to pay attention to crazy shit like that. That was like when I first started getting into YouTube, and I was like, whoa, okay, let me disengage. I don't want to say nothing to that crazy person.
believe
Their
it's
choice.
double. I don't think it's their
their
choice.
choice.
I don't think it's their choice.
We had recently
But I'm
an
Team
assassination
Jesus.
attempt
I'm
on
good.
Donald Trump, right? Who was next to him, putting him in the car? Male.
Stage.
Male and female.
But
A female.
Female.
Yeah.
A
So she was
female.
there, even though she didn't have to be. That was a choice that she made to be there, even though she felt terribly.
To be honest, it was only the men that jumped on him, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The women
True.
didn't do shit.
But the fact is, she was still there. She made a
Saying
choice to be
military
there and be a part of that
mommies.
team. The fact is,
Yeah, there's a
that, yes, you're saying, yes, things can happen in that way, but
I
it's just a
remember
choice.
there was a chick, I think her name was Angel, that used to train at my Muay Thai gym, not mine, but the gym that I used to train Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu at. And she didn't care about none of that gender stuff. Nigga, she felt like one of the boys, nigga. Like literally, nigga, what? Y'all doing the Jiu-Jitsu hard classes? Expert? Nigga, I'm in there getting tapped out by the black belt. She didn't care. Boxing, training, she's in there. Muay Thai, she was in there to where it was different, to where she was allowed to take certain classes with us because she earned that, nigga. Hey, she was getting in there sparring with us, right? And trying to go hard, right? So some people are built like that. But guess what? She was a military woman who didn't get in when the requirements were so. So she was tough. Right? I don't know. That's just how I see things.
But it's like,
It's not like I'm saying woman can't do it. I'm saying keep it the same and allow the woman who can do it to prosper. They ain't gonna complain. I'm telling you, they are not. They soldiers out here in these streets.
I think about the career thing that like women's career matter that much. It's like, look, Ronaldo, he used to date Irina Shayk, right?
Yes.
Who's Irina Shayk now? Look at Ronaldo's girlfriend, Georgina. She got 3 times more followers than Irina, and she's a professional model. She built a career based off a man's career. So it's like,
That
if you
happens all the
really
time.
meet the right man, you can actually build up your whole future, like your whole life off him. So it's like, in that way, it's like, what is woman like gonna run for the career? One
One of the things I get so attacked for a lot of the times is I acknowledge the fact that women live life on easy mode, and people get angry at me for saying that. But the reality is that women do live life on easy mode. And I'll
Yes.
explain what I mean by
They have
this.
the option
A woman can
for
choose
easier,
to be a
for
hard
sure.
worker, go to college, and build herself up. However, she can also choose to be smoke weed and marry a millionaire. Men don't get that choice.
Ain't
The
nothing wrong
same
with
double
agreeing.
standard that you're talking about, there is no double standard for us. It's one standard.
Pretty much no one's coming to save us, right? Like if you're a woman, right, and you might struggle, there's a chance that someone might come out and help you, and you might just meet a partner who's willing to do all those things, right? For men, it's more like hard for that kind of stuff. For one, no one's gonna want to hear you complain. You got to either man up or you just gonna take that L and be a loser, right? And usually those kind of guys don't even attract females, right? So for men, it is harder dealing with that kind of stuff for sure.
Succeed or not. But if you don't
Not
succeed,
including the exceptions.
you're going to have a miserable life. As a woman, you could be a bum and still find a guy that has a future.
But
True.
I believe, first of all, and there's more male millionaires than female millionaires.
Why is that?
Because they lazy as hell.
No, I don't believe that. I believe it's a double standard. Like me, for example. Okay.
Lazy.
I was a girl that started off doing the hard worker thing. I went to college, got my master's. I'm applying for jobs. I'm getting hired. And in every field that I work, and I hate to sound stereotypical, but I always felt like I would get into a position and I want to work my way up.
What fields were you working in specifically?
I've done trucking, for example.
Yep.
I was an executive assistant.
Sure.
Of course, an executive assistant never would be considered for the position of executive. Why? Because first of
I already see the problem. You know the difference between her mentality and most men's mentality? The man would have tried to get that position, failed at get that position, and then started his own company. She complaining. Yo, that's like the thing. And I'm not saying that all men do this and all women. I don't like to speak in monolith, but that is just a common thing, right? I remember when I first learned about like why most females didn't get raises, right? And things of that nature. It's because most of them, especially at the time, didn't ask for it. Most men are conditioned to go for what they want. So they're used to asking for it. So there's like more of a go and get it mentality that's built into us from like a young age, because no one's going to come and save us, right? They going to let you cry and you're going to learn and then you're going to adapt. For females, you can learn that mentality. Of course, look at my supporters. I got plenty of females that watch me that work their ass off. Right. But those are skills that were learned or taught to them and conditioned. And that's like something that's not really that normal in society. You know what I mean?
First of all, the guys who own the company, they're never even going to allow some.
It's like most men not being in control of their emotions and to a degree where you don't really get angry all the time or things like that. That's a skill that a lot of men don't know. Right. High level men, of course. Right. Y'all probably looking at me like, what? I've learned that when I was young. Look at the fools that are not where you're at. And then you're going to go, oh, yeah, they still out here fighting for everything. Yo, I've seen people challenge me to fights and I'm looking at them like, huh? You still want to do that, nigga? We like 30 something for real. I'll do it. But yeah, you still want to solve issues like that? That's kind of emotional. So, yeah. I kind of like to fight for a check, personally. I'm not really trying to risk physical harm for free. But you get my point, right? You get my point.
Someone that is not in their bloodline or a friend or a relative to even apply.
I'm not trying to pause that much, especially if they grew up without a father.
For certain jobs. Me being an executive assistant was the highest position I could ever get to in that company. And I knew that. And no matter how hard I worked, no matter how much money I saved them, I'm never going to break that mold. I know because I tried and I know the politics. But yes, you're right. So I decided at a certain point.
Hold on, let me read what you said. You said because men, my bad. That's mess up. You said because men are told and conditioned not to be masculine anymore, masculine bad. Exactly. And also masculinity gets misinterpreted all the time, right? I see men sometimes try to go over the top with masculinity in order to prove that they're masculine. And I think that's a problem. It's like a misconception on what it is, right? So yeah, there is definitely all around there's issues within society for sure. For sure. But yeah, most men are told and conditioned not to be masculine, right? And then when they grow up feminine as hell and then they don't know how to solve their issues and logically go through their emotions and manage them, and they just spazzing out. And it's crazy. They throw in tantrums all the time, just want to fight, right? And not for fun or for the purpose of to get revenue, but because he's just upset and he's just a big upset baby that wants to just scrap all the time. Like, nigga, please. Like, how old? How long you gonna do that for, nigga? Till you like 70, like 80? Somebody makes a joke, that's enough. Let's go outside. Word? Yeah, you gonna pick the wrong one.
You know, I went on a weight loss journey.
His go outside means something different.
Let me get myself together. I went on a weight loss journey and I realized, you know, as a woman,
Why'd you quit the trucking?
it's pointless. I quit a lot of jobs because you realize that you're just not gonna get
What if
where
I told you
wanna
that's a
go.
privilege as a woman that you can quit a bunch of jobs? You know how many guys work jobs that they absolutely hate because they must work it because men understand that the amount of money that they make and their title defines them? This is one of the benefits of being a woman. You're not defined by your title. You're not defined by what you do. You're not defined by how much money you make. You're defined by how you look. That's the reality. Okay.
part.
No one gives a
Double
fuck
standard.
about your background and your title.
Exactly.
Okay. So here's the thing. That's a privilege, though. You're able to hold all these different jobs and leave and pick up another job as much as you want. What if we took a man and put him in your position? You know what would we say? He's inadequate. He's an idiot. He's a quitter. He's a bum, etc. Because men don't have a choice. We don't have to be like, we can't be like, you know what? I can't move up, so I'm going to quit. You know what? I'm going to go on a weight loss journey. You know what? I don't want to do this trucking anymore. Men are more willing to sacrifice
You gotta find
to
a
do
way.
jobs that they hate to earn money because we understand that our value is derived by how much money we earn. Women, you guys can go ahead and pursue what you guys want.
Yeah.
Why do you think we work stupid jobs? Let's be honest here. You guys want to be artists. You want to be
Right.
sculptors. You guys want
Males
to do
do
a
those
fashion line where it
jobs.
makes no money, etc. Tend to dominate jobs that are useless and don't make as much money. Why? Because women have the ability, right? Being honest here, to chase their dreams without consequence. If I want to chase my dreams of be a SoundCloud rapper, etc., I'm going to deal with some consequences for that. People aren't going to respect me. They're going to say you're a fucking dead end rapper, etc. I get made fun of for being a loser. You don't get.
For me to be a content creator took a lot of work to even get to that point, bro. That's why when people think that they could just do it on a whim, I find it disrespectful. If somebody tell me that they want to just do a podcast tomorrow and had no interest, no sign, no kind of skill set to it, and they making it seem like they're going to do it and make money tomorrow, I take that as a sign of disrespect. Because it's like, oh, okay. So why don't I just be a brain surgeon tomorrow? Nigga? How about I just fix cars tomorrow, even though I don't know nothing? Yeah, just move out the way. Let me just give me that wrench. Just let me stop messing with stuff. I'll figure it out. Nigga, no. It takes a lot of hard work to even make those sacrifices and to get to that point, for sure, right? And you're still, like you say, going to get made fun of, right? A lot of people might not take me seriously if I meet them on day to day and tell them what kind of job I have. Sometimes I tell them I'm a digital marketer because it's easier to explain than I talk crap. And I come up with catchphrases and songs and shit that's funny. And people like my voice and facial expressions sometimes. Nigga, sometimes I'm just like digital marketing, nigga, online marketing, and stuff like that. Right? Or something along the lines of what I do technically. And then I just push on that, right? Like engineering, which is true. I have worked as an engineer before. Mixing, editing, things like that.
I made fun of
Yes,
for
we
being a
do.
loser. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Sluts, we
You
get-
can no. Hold on. Being a slut and being a loser are two different things.
No, in certain fields, you're automatically considered a slut. Like us sitting here at this table, we're already automatically considered sluts. It doesn't matter. what
Honestly,
we
can I say something?
Me.
I think. Hold on. All I'm trying to establish to you is that women have the privilege of not necessarily having to work as hard or working a job that they don't like for a career because money doesn't define you. Money defines us though.
Correct.
So since men have a higher burden of performance to earn money, we're more willing to sacrifice our wants and needs for the betterment to make money because we are looked at as the providers and protectors.
Yeah.
You know how many guys out there work jobs that they fucking hate, but they do it anyway?
Correct.
because they know
Yes,
that
they're
they're
not
But women are not willing to do these jobs. Women
are.
aren't willing to be sanitation workers. They're not willing to be truck drivers, as you just
Facts.
proved. They're not willing to be,
Facts.
forklift operators and working be plumbers.
Construction workers. All that. There's a few, but most women that try to apply for construction and get the license, they really just want to be the flaggers, right? The people that's on the side. I've actually talked to women that blatantly said that, like, nah, I just want to hold the flag on the side. I ain't trying to lift or do any of this other back-breaking stuff, right? I did construction for, I think it was like a few months, right? Me and one of my former friends, we did demolition for a little while. Nigga, for one, my muscles were sore every day, and I got big as hell, bro. Yo, man, I could show y'all pictures. You look like Johnny Bravo, because I was doing demolition non-stop, and I was using the improper tools, which mean I was putting in more work, cracking concrete, nigga, with just a sledgehammer, no jackhammer, and then picking big slabs of it and throwing that joint in this big ass, like, I guess it was like a can. No, some kind of holder or whatever, like this big ass metal box that we threw the shit in, and then people would come and take it. But anyway, yeah, I don't think a woman is doing that. The average woman is not doing that level of construction or demolition with those two. If you gave them a sledgehammer and said, crack this entire strip, this whole sidewalk, right? This long ass strip of concrete, we need to see nothing but the dirt underneath because we planting new concrete here. Here's the sledgehammer, get to work. We need that done today. Nigga. Not many females are going to be able to just get on that like that physically.
They're not willing to do construction workers. They're not willing to do these very difficult jobs. You guys want to sit in an office with air conditioning and look pretty with your makeup on. You guys don't want to do the hard jobs that pay a lot, by the way, because women just don't have the same proclivity to go out there and earn money.
I agree.
That's why y'all earn less, because you guys deserve it, quite frankly. Sorry.
feel like
That's true.
I honestly agree with that, because every person has their own, you could choose what you want to do. I know a female to this day right now is in a truck driving, and she's a female. I know a lot of females, if you look on social media, drive trucks because they want to do it. Yeah. Like you said, they do look into men background. When we get a job, they don't really look in our background. They ask for ID and keep us pushing. With a man, okay, let me see if you got a record. Let me see what you got going on. Let me see this, that, and there.
Because
so
they know that he can be potentially
no, let me put it in a way so y'all can understand. For example, dating a female costs money. You don't want a nigga that don't got no money, right or wrong? Right. Did I lie?
Because
when he say a man will do a job that he don't want to do, only because men think differently than us. They think beneficial. They think future references. Us, we think right now, this day, what they're going to do.
I think about future too.
You say that now.
And I think
but when you get a man, and tell me if I'm wrong, Myron, female get a man and be like, oh, you got money? How can you help me? What can you do for me?
No, I don't do that. I don't money ever in my life.
Myra, you wasn't here, but y'all on this panel, and I've been listening for a minute.
That's the same girl that was talking about she got accepted to some college, right? Not I went to this college, I got accepted. Right? How you care about whatever future you have? If you use it enough as a reference for how smart you are, why you didn't go? And it's not me saying I believe in colleges either, because I definitely didn't. I lasted one day. I walked in and was like, F this. Walked right out of college. I'm not joking. I really did that. I hated it. It just didn't feel right.
The person who been here a lot and learn how to learn on different sides. All y'all said y'all need a man with money, and you did too.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
I did not say
almost every female on this panel said they want a man with money.
It's okay, don't worry. I already paid attention. Hold on. Did you get divorced from a woman? Yeah. Why'd you get divorced? Oh, don't worry. I've been paying attention. Why'd you get divorced from her?
I told you distance.
Distance, okay.
Yeah, not you, but the channel. But
then you mentioned earlier that like you would be with a 56-year-old guy.
I'm not a college supporter. I think either go into a trade or learn a skill and passion. If we just gonna be hardcore, if I'm just talking, whatever you are passionate about at a younger age or whatever age you want to get on it, go hard with that ish and figure out some way to make money off of it. It doesn't mean that you have to be extremely successful at what that is. Maybe you could switch it around a little bit, right? Like that's how I started getting into like production and things of that nature, which built my skill set. I wanted to be a rapper. And once I started like going to a few studios and nobody wanted to really give me beats. So I made them myself. So I would go to studios, people would always ask me questions and the engineers would be extremely impressed. So that turned into an opportunity to where I was able to do something that I love, which was music, not the way I wanted to as a rapper, but I was still in the studio every day, right? And getting paid to do it, right? So you got to do something like that when it comes to your passion, or just get a trade. That in my personal thing. Now, if you want to be a doctor or something, go to college for that, right? Yeah, obviously, right? That's an investment though. But like, I know people that went to college for like 6 years plus and work at Foot Locker. That's a fact. That is a fact. Or a supermarket. Mm-hmm.
stuff up
Happens
that
all
has
the
some
time.
money, etc.
Ain't no shame in that, by the way, too. If you work at a Foot Locker or a supermarket, cool. But doesn't it seem redundant to go to school for that many years and that's all you can do? It's kind of crazy, right? Wouldn't you have benefited in just putting that towards your passion or a trade? Or just went hard as hell, whatever job you had, nigga?
Sure. I remember saying, you
I
were saying
didn't
that
say it
too.
was about. I said if it
Whatever
was hot,
job
but
you had.
money is a
You
plus.
just went hard?
It's so
My
you missed
point.
that though. I said that thing about the money is because like love her.
So are you bisexual or are you lesbian? What are you exactly?
By curious.
Fuck labels.
Yeah,
No, labels are important.
Important.
They're
I don't
important.
like
What are your
labels.
pronouns? I don't like labels.
What was that?
No pronouns. No.
So why is money
Hold
important?
on. I'm just trying to figure this out. So, like you said, so you were married to a woman and then you left, and you're claiming it was because of distance. Who was the main provider in that relationship?
I gotta read this. Y'all cooking in the chat. My bad. You said I have worked in aviation the past 20 years. Last year I got a bachelor's degree and I still have the same job. Sorry, now I don't mean to laugh. I still have the same job, no pay raise. The degree literally did nothing for me. See? I know so many people. And then they look at me like, word, man. You do entertainment, what you always wanted to do? That's so cool, man. I'm like, maybe you should have did what you wanted to do. Maybe you wanted to be a rapper or something. Now, how you going to school and getting like certifications in, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. I was going to come up with something random, but something that has nothing to do with the hell you wanted to do as like a passion, right? Shoot, you could have went to school for music, man. Learn some audio engineering, which you could probably learn that on your own too. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the stuff I learned about music creation was on my own, right? And then that got me in the same rooms with people that went to school for it. People that went to school for it, right, ended up working under me when it came to engineering and production when I worked at studios and shit. So
There's always a predominant provider. There's no way you guys were you guys really 50-50? Realistically speaking?
Yes.
But you just said a second ago that you guys were split distance, which means you had to pay for your own living accommodations.
No, that would, of course, like I pay for my own, she pays for her own. That's still 50-50 in the whole relationship.
Okay, so you were paying for yourself, she was paying for herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not really 50-50. That's
And it's like, okay,
Facts.
looking from a perspective, like dating a woman and like dating a man as a girl is different, like it's different.
And
It's
I was
different
actually going to get to that. Men have to provide way more value when they deal with women than women have to.
Yeah.
That proves my point.
When you get
But I wasn't disagreeing with you.
Most of the cases, right? Unless you find someone who genuinely cares about you. Because I'm broke. I let chicks that deal with me know that up front, nigga. If you think I'm rich, you would be mistaken. But you an entertainer. I'm not that kind of entertainer. Let's be clear. I am in the media, my nigga. I'm not balling. So if you rock with me, you genuinely like me. Right? I know that for a fact. If you rock with me, if you know I'm broke, then you in it for the long haul, which is what I'm going for. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be trying to mess with gold diggers and things of that nature.
Yeah, I was disagreeing with her.
Like
you're disagreeing with me, but when you get married, who you want to pay your bills?
Of course, a man, he has to.
So you're relying on a man to pay your bills. So obviously he need to work a job that he don't want to do
Why
to
would
take
someone
care of
to
you.
work
A
a job he
successful
doesn't
man
want
can
to
work a
do?
job that
Am I
he
correct
loves.
or am I correct,
Okay, you
Myron?
said that all these bullshit, right? You said all this bullshit.
Like you
hold on.
Okay.
I don't know if you just caught on. She just named the double standard right there.
She did.
Because do you notice what she said?
What
If
did
she's
she
with a
say?
man, he needs to pay the bills, but she was content being in a marriage with a woman that was half paying the bills. But that's what I'm trying to say. Hold on.
That's crazy. Wait, so she was in a relationship with a woman where they went 50-50 and she didn't even expect for her bills to be paid. But when she was in a relationship with a man, she expected her bills to be paid. That's crazy. The gall. She got nerve.
No, stop.
Like Hannah Montana.
That's in her
No.
world.
But that's a majority of women would.
That's not true in the black community. In the black community,
Wait, don't say the black community. Help us.
I know you don't want to say that, but I'm telling you the reality of it. So you guys are sitting here talking about finding a man with money and I want this, I want that. That's in your world. In the world that I've seen and the world that I've come from, women don't. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. You don't necessarily get the luxury of sitting there saying, "Oh, I want a man with this much money." So
Cap. Eve, maybe, and I don't want to be harsh, he's probably going to say it, maybe you didn't meet the requirements, ma. Maybe you didn't meet the requirements. Because pretty chicks, when they're younger, you can find somebody that's willing to do something, even if it's a simp that you're not attracted to, which is most of the time the case, right? I would say. But yeah, I'm not believing this bullcrap that she kicking that is like equal or even harder for a woman. No, my nigga. People is just throwing free stuff at you, right? Especially if you're attractive. So yeah, I'm not believing that. The halo effect is real. I'm gonna be honest. There's some men that might get that. It's more rare, but the halo effect happens for men too. It's more often for women for sure. Especially how thirsty these dudes are, nigga. And if you got a pulse, in anything that resembles woman, and these thirsty ass niggas will marry you. I swear. It's nasty out here in these streets. These niggas is lonely. But yeah.
I'm gonna chill.
Okay,
But look, saying I want a man like that doesn't necessarily mean I get a man like that. It's just in my mind.
Stop. Okay, so number one, I just want to real quick illustrate the fact that she's totally named a double standard, and that's fine.
I like double standard.
Okay, but she's saying that women there's these double standards that don't benefit women. That's one right there that proves my point. You would tolerate certain things in a relationship with a woman that you would never tolerate from a man, and that proves my point that most women, by the way, would agree with you that if I'm with a man, he needs to be at least providing something, versus if you were with a woman, you would not expect her to have the same level. Now,
I ain't messing with chicks that's expecting that kind of action. You know what I mean? Unless you're talking about my amazing good looks and personality and my drive.
With you saying the black community, blah blah blah. The reality is that
the lower
and
end
stuff that I can't say unless I want to get this demonetized. So.
In terms of income, let's not just say the black community. Let me rephrase that. I'm not referring to upper and middle class. We're talking about.
You can say whatever you want to say, but the reality is, if I take 100 women, whether they're rich or not, and I ask them, would you prefer a man that's a breadwinner over a man that's going to go 50-50? Which you know what they're all going to say? Regardless of skin color. Okay, that's what we're trying to illustrate here. So just because women don't.
Yeah, and it don't mean that those are the girls you should go for, by the way. But he's talking about the majority and what's expected. Right, especially if he's going based off of looks, yeah, that's a common thought in today's society. Not saying it's right or that you should even do it, because I'm broke. But
don't have a man that's a breadwinner doesn't mean that they still don't want it and wouldn't prefer it. It's just that she doesn't have the ability to attract that. No, she just doesn't have the ability to attract it.
Ooh, he cooking. He cooking. Hold on, let me switch the screen. Yeah, he cooked. And remember, I said that. I said, yo, she might just not, I'm not judging her. But if you saying, oh, never, then maybe you're not on that level. You don't meet those requirements. You said you're rich in personality. Well, thank you. I appreciate the heck out of that. Appreciate that. Let's see. What else you guys saying in the chat? You said, do they know how to hunt or fish? Do they fix or build things? Do they know how to grow or raise food? Any self-sufficient skills at all? Can they even swim? Damn. Cooking with that one. So doing your job plus being the one to train all the new hires doesn't even come with a pay raise. So effed up. Hold on, let me scroll back up, because that's definitely sound like I know what that's like in certain jobs, man. They will try to give you a fake promotion, right? And then you find out it's not really any real benefits. You scroll up. It's, I already know. Do they know? Wait, this ain't took me back to the bottom. I was trying to see where I missed. I'm trying to scroll up. I wish this thing would let me scroll the normal way. So me doing all this weird stuff. Okay, I think I see everything. Yeah. I think I see it. Yeah, right here. Yeah, nah, that's crazy. When it comes to jobs, man, if they trying to like get you to do extra work or break your back, you're gonna need more than that. You need actual pay. You know what I mean? You need actual pay, actual benefits, right? If not, then yeah, hell no. I wouldn't let them try to take advantage of you. It's a wild world out here. But a lot of people, they don't know. And it seemed like a lot of girls on that panel did not know. They did not know what's going on out here. But that's just my opinion. Tell me what yours is down below in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video, and watch more videos if you can, fam.